Hey guys, this video is sponsored by H2O Coach. H2O Coach has reusable water bottles that inspire, coach, and motivate you to drink more water hourly throughout your day. H2O water bottles have inspirational quotes for each hour to keep you on track of your hydration goals. See the full line of H2O's water bottles and receive 10% off your purchase by visiting h2ocoach.com and entering coupon code BASKETBALL at the checkout. We all know how important it is to drink water, so guys, check it out now. Hello, good day, fellas. How's it going? I'm Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're ready for some more old school basketball. Today's episode is a Patreon request and one that I gladly do. I want to talk about Kevin Garnett and how Kevin kind of challenged Michael Jordan and how it turned out. Anyway, before we start with this video, just a quick shout out to my Patreons. Thanks a lot for supporting the show. It's really appreciated. And I would say let's get right into today's episode. Now the first question should be, why should 6'11" Kevin Garnett even guard 6'6" Michael Jordan? Well, there's a simple explanation. Let me take you back to the year 1995. Kevin Garnett attended Malden High School in Malden, South Carolina, and played on the school's basketball team. However, during that summer before his senior year of high school, Garnett ran into some problems and transferred to Farragut Career Academy in Chicago's West Side. There he was quickly recognized as the best high school player in the country. And even though Garnett just moved to Chicago with his sister, his idol was Michael Jordan. At the 1995 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves drafted Kevin Garnett with the 5th pick overall directly out of high school, which at that time was very unusual. Not so many players that skipped college had a solid NBA career. But as we all know, Kevin Garnett was different. He showed right away that he would become a great NBA player. KG gave the struggling Timberwolves a little bit of everything. Then on February the 16th in 1996, so one day prior to Michael Jordan's birthday, KG would finally be on the same floor as his idol. And he would even play in Chicago, in the city that not so long ago was his home. Garnett was super nervous. When he was asked about Michael Jordan before the game, he said, "I'm so excited. Believe it or not, you find yourself watching him doing something versus doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's part of it. That is his influence on the game." Garnett said, "On-court fandom among players doesn't happen all the time. It's reserved for the special ones." Then, when the game was on, Michael Jordan put on a show, as always. But KG also had a great game and even the play of the game.
Kevin Garnett, it's all his Farragut buddies. He bought 20 tickets up there. Instead, it's Garnett, almost wrong. Oh, what a slam from Kevin Garnett.
Went from an almost turnover to his 20th points of the game.
At the end, the Bulls would beat the Timberwolves easy, but Kevin did not get a chance to guard Michael Jordan. Why would he? Jordan was a shooting guard, Garnett was a power forward. Garnett's Jordan fandom got so far that he wore the Jordans and even wrote Mike's name on the shoes, which soon changed into Garnett's competitiveness. He still loved Jordan, but now he wanted to beat Jordan. Isaiah Ryder recalls,
"We come out of the fourth quarter, KG like, man, keep going at his ass. Serve him. He can't guard you. He can't da-da-da with you. He can't mess with you."
Yeah.
I was quiet. I'm looking at him like, chill.
We all know that the Chicago Bulls of that era were almost invincible. So naturally, the Timberwolves did not stand a chance, and Jordan would always have his way with KG and his team. But KG at that time would only guard MJ in switch situations. As a 20-year-old kid, he didn't have the status yet to tell his coaches, "Hey, I want to guard MJ." But KG was still learning while he was watching Jordan and was trying to figure MJ out.
It was 97, we was in Minnesota, and Flip had switched and put me on Michael Jordan, one of the greatest, probably ever touched the ball. And we was on the right side of the court, and I counted his dribbles. I was able to catch his dribbles, you know? 1, 2, come back, cross over. He crossed it back over, 1, 2. When he crossed it back over, I stole it. Give me this. He looked at me. I gave it to him. The very next play down, we go down, score. The very next play, they call it the very next play. This is no sauce. I count the dribbles. 1, 2, come across. When I blinked, he was gone. I turned around. He was dunking the ball, giving somebody dapping halfway down the court. That fast.
After the second three-peat, Jordan obviously retired, while Garnett established himself into the true NBA superstar, taking the Timberwolves year by year to the playoffs and putting up incredible numbers for the ages. Garnett always wanted to play against Jordan when KG was in his prime, so when Jordan announced his second comeback, Garnett was super happy. Now he will get a shot. Many NBA players that have been tortured by Michael Jordan and the dominating Bulls of the 90s felt like they could have their sweet revenge. A 38, 39, 40-year-old Michael Jordan obviously was a lot slower, can't jump as high, plus the Wizards team was nothing like the Chicago Bulls with Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. And in all fairness, some nights Jordan just didn't have it, and some stars did get their revenge. But one thing was for sure, MJ would come back right at them the next time they met. Now, we're writing the 12th of January in 2002, the Minnesota Timberwolves would play the Washington Wizards. Jordan surprised everybody in the league, showing that he could still go up for 40 plus when he's hot. Kevin Garnett told his coach he wanted to guard Michael Jordan. Logically, speed-wise, Garnett now could keep up with Jordan's speed. And with his long arms, there's no way Jordan could post up. Kevin was in the beginning of his prime and an absolute MVP candidate. Could Jordan even compete against this monster?
This man right there, Michael, and he does it all over the NBA, but he has taken a morbid franchise and breathed new life into this team, and right now they'd be in the playoffs if they started today.
Is he still the greatest show on earth?
Well, that guy may be the greatest show on earth. Yeah. Kevin Garnett.
He's the Big Tent now, baby.
He is.
Forget the big ticket. He's the Big Tent.
He is a circus unto himself. But here we go from Washington. Top by Jones. Chris Whitney picked up by Chauncey Billups.
That's what they have on Michael. They got KG guarding Michael, but didn't make any difference that time.
MJ rattles one in from the side. 2-0 Washington.
If KG does guard Michael the whole game, Michael's going to get his shot off very quickly. You can't juke and jive against KG. KG's just too long. You know, if Kevin Garnett's on Michael, you don't have to send another defender over to help out. Kevin can handle anybody one-on-one by himself, whether it's on the perimeter or inside. Take him down to his own little animal house.
Here comes Hubert Davis. Michael again picked up by Garnett.
Isn't this a fun matchup? Look at this thing. Let's see what he can do against KG.
Jordan is 6'6", and Kevin lunging in at 7 foot, knocked it away. And look,
not only 7 foot, Kevin, but the guy can move like he's 6'6".
Right.
Laterally, that's what makes him so tough. And vertically, he goes up higher than anybody else in the game. Is that a shot or what? Wow. You're right. He did have to pretzel himself around Jahadi White.
MJ tries and shoots. Can't get it. White is there.
Straight over you and dunks on you like he did in Chicago. See, look, KG's there. There's Sam. Here comes Dean. You ain't seen nothing yet, basketball fans. Put on the catcher's mitt if he's going to give you 5.
Here comes Michael wheeling around Garnett. Thank you. Put Serbiak in there. They got 3 top 25 3-point shooters. And driving down the lane.
Where did that come from, huh?
Wow. Jordan by Garnett. And missing.
Jordan's trying to take over here.
Working on Garnett. Close by Minutes. Michael Jordan. 6-0 run by Washington.
KG's getting a little lower. Look at KG getting a little lower here to challenge this drive.
Michael over Jordan.
Oh, no way! Are you kidding me?
19 in the first quarter by Billups. Garnett hits a buzzer beater at the half. Great feet inside. I understand that. Serbiak and Jordan. Michael with the myriad of moves. Heavyweight battle on the floor. That's a good name.
Yeah, it hasn't exactly been a Holyfield, but it has, like Kevin says, been a slug out tonight. It's the 2 superstars going at each other. KG on one end, Jordan right back at him on the other end. KG coming right back to him. Who's going to have the last say so here? Will it be experience or youth?
as we go down the stretch here as the Wolves enjoy.
At the end, the Timberwolves would win their 8th game in a row, and Kevin Garnett would have 31 points while guarding Michael Jordan throughout the entire game. Michael Jordan, on the other hand, proved again that even at the age of almost 40 years, he was still up for the challenge, scoring 35 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, while almost shooting 50% from the field against probably the best defender in the entire NBA. Only 9 days later, the Minnesota Timberwolves and Washington Wizards would play again, and this time Michael Jordan would score 29 points, have 14 rebounds, and being literally unguardable. Alright, you guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hear podcasts with me and former NBA legends, please check out the Basketball Time Machine podcast. You will find it on iTunes and on Spotify. And I guess I'll see you next time. Peace. I'm out.